Hello Army sports car racing fans, you join me, Sergeant Dan Morton, the Wish.com Ted Kravitz if you will, and the Army sports car racing team. We are here, round one, Armed Forces Racing Challenge here at Silverstone. Today promises to be an epic day. It's round one, we go up against the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force. We take them on to the challenge. I think it's going to be a very, very good day. As we walk up the paddock, the cars are lined up from the RAF, the Royal Navy, and of course the British Army. It's going to be a good day for our guys. I can sense it, I can feel it. There is a lot of competition. We've got some sort of Navy car, the RAF car. There it is, there's Dougie, ready to go in his MX-5, looking really good. Nice MR2 here from Royal. What else we got going on? Again, Mini over here. But our guys are up here at the front, that's where we want to see them. We've got our Volvo S60 up here, the 330. Looking nice. And of course that insane, there he is, looking good, looking ready. That insane, I beat that 340 brake Type R, also looking great. The cars are all lined up. It looks great, I think it's going to be a good one. It's all about teamwork here with the Army Sports Car Racing Team. This right here is what it's all about. A good work, guys. Keep it up. Excellent effort. Just a little bit further on so we can complete the race. Great work.
Just got to get underneath there.
Come on. That's what it's all about, guys. This is belonging. This is belonging. A very happy Scotty today. For everyone who doesn't know you, can you tell everyone who you are, mate, and what you brought down today?
So I'm Sergeant Townsend, and this is my Fiesta ST150 race car.
It looks cracking. We've seen it go around the circuit today. It looks really, really good. So this is your first time competing in the Armed Forces Race Challenge. How has today been? It's
been very up and down. So race 1, I got less than half a lap in, had a bit of car-on-car contact, and ended up sitting the race out behind a marshal's post.
Yeah.
And then we've just managed to, a lot of frantic work, all the team pulled together, and we've pieced the car back together where the bumper was hanging off, and I've got a headlight held in with black nasty.
That's how it is, isn't it?
Bit of zip tie repair.
Yeah.
And got her back together, pulled some stones out, and got her out for race 2. And had an absolute mega race.
Race 2, yeah, so race 2, we saw the car going around, it looked fantastic. Now, obviously, you know, this track, it's Silverstone, it's motorsport mecca, if you will. How did it feel driving around this track?
It's absolutely awesome. Like, I don't think, and it'd be my local track as well, so I couldn't think of a better one really for my first race. I'm just glad I managed to actually get the car out, back out, and actually achieve something.
Yeah, and you know what, getting that car around, you know, yes, it was a bad start, sure, but obviously race 2, you got it back out, got it working. How do you feel going into the rest of the season?
Really happy. Quite a bit want to do on the setup on the car. It's fairly understeering, so I'll have a bit of a play around with that. But just looking forward to getting back out.
Absolutely, no doubt. Well, Scotty, thanks so much for your time. Well done for today, mate, and I'm sure we'll see more of you in future races. Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Now, there is one car within this Army Sports Car Race that I'd like to point out, and it's this Seat Ibiza, you could call it, but in spirit, I could say. This is a 340 brake horsepower car. It is insane. And the owner, John Cobbers, at the back there well, he spent a fair few quid, let's just put it that way, but this car here is really, really impressive. And later on in the season, we are going to get to speak to John properly. He's going to talk us more about the car at a later date, but for the time, just teasing this 340 brake Seat Ibiza.
Yeah.
Insane. Dougie, a seasoned vet in the Armed Forces Race Challenge, but for those of us who don't know who you are you and what have you got with us today?
Yeah, so I'm Staff Sergeant Dougie Singles, RLC. This is my custom MX-5 Mark II 1.8.
Custom MX-5. Now, I think for those of you who are keen-eyed amongst you, noticed the roof on the back is very, very custom. Can you tell us a little bit about that roof?
Yeah, so the roof was made for me, especially because it was a bit of an admin nightmare moving the car around whilst it was wet in the rain. Everything was getting soaking. Like, lack of storage sometimes is also an issue. Have an open top car, just spongy waterproof covers on. But also it helps with the aero as well. So in the longer, faster straights, it does make it a bit more sleek. It does get hot in there though. It's not as hot as nice as it was when the roof was off. But it's definitely worth having. It's a lot of admin points.
Fair enough. So third season Armed Forces Race Challenge. How has the season started for yourself?
So a really good start for the season. I'm still waiting out to find out official PI results, but class positions, I was third in race 1 and second in race 2. So
outstanding.
Yeah, really happy with that. I don't think I could have done much better, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, just showing your experience on the track, you looked like it was flying well. I think the bonnet at one point was looking a little bit
yeah,
suspect.
So on that second race I had an issue on my bonnet pins, so the bonnet was vibrating slightly and I was a little bit worried that it was going to fly up, but just had to keep pushing and get to the end, but we got there.
So great positions overall today. Is this giving you the confidence for the rest of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the car's been such a good car to me. It's 3 seasons deep now. It's had a little bit of maintenance love over the years, but I really built it, and it's never had much since it was built. just a couple of oil seals. The engine's still original from the car when it was built, and it's paid 200 quid for the engine many years ago, and it's still going an absolute treat. So
affordable racing,
yeah, absolutely, which is what it's all about. Affordable racing. The car's never let me down. It's never the DNF. It's finished every race, so let's hope it continues.
I hope so. Well, Dougie, thanks so much for your time. We wish you the best luck for the rest of the season, and we'll catch you on the next race meet.
Thank you very much.
Lewis, what a day. New driver for the team, but for those who don't know who you are, who are you?
So everyone, I'm Lance Corporal Lewis Mayer, Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers. I'm a vehicle mechanic by trade, and today I'm at Silverstone.
Yes, you are. So what have you brought down with us today?
Today I brought down the Army's 206 GTI 180. It's the Army's novice and driver development car. So it's the Army, British Army Motorsport team, Army Sports Car Racing Team, sorry, own this car. What they do is they put through young soldiers that are like trying to get into racing, so don't quite have the budget to get their own car, or just fancy having a go before they buy their own car. They compete at selection to have a go in this car. Sort of best driver gets the slot for the season.
And here you are.
Here I am.
Here you are, best driver. And so rightly so, you really put that car to the test, and it looked fantastic. How was day one of the Armed Forces Race Challenge for you?
Epic.
Yeah.
Simply put in a nutshell, epic. The team, faultless, every single one of them, support crew especially, and the management all really helped me, being it's my first race weekend. Normally I'm there with the team, but in the garage I'm the sport crew myself. So this year, complete role change. Fantastic.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Giving you guys like yourself an opportunity to go out and prove yourself in one of these cars. I mean, but here we are, the Silverstone, mecca of motorsports. I say to the guys, the legends that have raced around this track, how does it feel to have that experience?
It is almost unreal. This has been a childhood dream, as silly as that sounds. I'm a local to Silverstone. I've always dreamt of racing here. So to come here today, have my first race as a race driver here at Silverstone, it's amazing.
Fantastic. And yeah, you can see that in you. The car looked great. You look like you were going really well. What does this give you, the confidence for the rest of the season?
100%, especially with knowing the guys behind us, helping us develop the car, helping us develop my driving, bring me on as a driver. I feel really confident.
Good, that's what we like to hear. Well, look, Lewis, I won't take too much time. Obviously, you're clearing up for the rest of the day, get yourself sorted out. We really look forward to seeing your progress for the rest of the season. Thank you so much for your time, mate. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. See you guys soon.
Here's something you don't really see every day. It's Big Will. Big pro driver Will, 6 foot odd Will, getting into a tiny MX-5. Will, so your thoughts of the day from a pro driver like yourself? Oh, come on, what are we saying? You can't say that on the camera, you're live! Will Ashman! Thoughts of the day, mate, tell us, talk to us. What were your thoughts? What do you think to it?
Silverstone's cold as usual, wet, windy. No, it's good. It's a good day. I enjoyed it. I love coming through days because I like to give something back to the team. I've always come and help us like Club Enduro, and it's always good to see all the guys doing well. And it was good. We've got some new drivers like Scott in the Fiesta done really well. We had a bit of got his first racing scars, which is all good. Yeah. Stitching back together. He had a really good race. We did a coaching session with him. He knocked 4 seconds off his time from qualifying. So it's good to have the new. Oh yeah, you were aiming for was it 1:15 you were aiming for? Yeah, you did a 1:13.7. 1:37. That's from Will's coaching. Unfortunately, I did get some footage of the coaching session, but my SD card piled in hard. So, yeah. But no, it was some really good stuff that you were doing earlier with him. Actually, it was quite interesting to get 4 seconds as well. That's brilliant. Yeah, and that's him just coming to grips with track he's never been to before, racing for the first time, getting to follow other drivers. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, looking good for Croft Circuit then next. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, look forward to Croft. We'll all be there. Croft will be a double header because we'll have AFRC and Club Enduro, so we'll all be there. Yeah, look forward to it. On a fun note, comment and link below. Who had the better moustache? Is it the Ashbar moustache or Big Dad? He's growing this baby. He's only get out of it! He don't know what he's talking about. He can't even get out of that thing. Well, that concludes what can only be described as an incredible day of racing. A fantastic start to round 1 of the Armed Forces Racing Challenge. The Armed Forces Race Challenge.
what a day for the guys. They've had an incredible time out there. It's been wheel-to-wheel action. Novice drivers are already showing just the great potential that they have, and are already taking the fight to the Navy, the Royal Navy and the Air Force. Our seasoned drivers are just showing that experience in spades, really taking their cars out there, pushing it to the limits and producing some fantastic results. And the guys have produced some incredible results today. Silverstone, what a track, what a day. These guys have just worked so hard. And on that, I want to say a huge thank you to the support crew, the guys that are behind the scenes, that are doing all the clear up work in the background there, helping out the drivers with the cars and loading it all up. So a huge thank you to all those guys. Another big thank you to the guys at Silverstone, the marshals, the medical teams, all the support teams that work here to make these events happen. If you want to find out how you can get involved in Army Sports Car Racing, head over to our Instagram pages, our Facebook page at Army Sports Car Racing. Of course, subscribe, like, leave us a comment below, you know, find out more, get involved, follow us. This is only going to be growing even more as we go to each race. Our next event, May 28th, where we'll be taking on round 2 of the Armed Forces Race Challenge. So come and join us at Croft Circuit. It's going to be, I think round 2 is going to be quite an interesting one, a very different circuit. Anyway, that's me, enough of rambling on. I've been Sergeant Dan Morton. This has been the Army Sports Car Racing team. We'll see you on the next one.